Good morning, all. Welcome back to Sew Granny Sew. We are welcome back with our 12 Days of Ornament series. We are working on ornament number 7, and today we are going to do a heart shape. I have this extremely large cookie cutter. Awesome. It actually came with a set of 4. If you haven't gotten those, they work great for tons of different things. So I have a little bit of that leftover lace from the last ornament, and I just cut that apart. It was connected like that with a ribbon down the middle. So I just cut it apart. So we got 2 sides. I will be using Heat and Bond White, and this has the glue on one side with the texture and then paper on the other side. And then I have a leftover scrap of that fabric, and then just a square of another scrap. So I'm just going to take this heart, and I kind of want mine to sit kitty wampus, the fabric. So I'm going to trace it out like that on it. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that traced out and then cut that out. Okay, we'll go ahead and get that cut out. I think this one's going to be adorable. So what are you guys all creating for your crafting at the holiday season? You have to let me know in the comments below. Okay, so we have that all cut out, and now we're going to trace the same onto this one. And I'm going to kind of put it at an angle. Let's see how we want it. Like that. There we go. And we'll get this one cut out. Okay, there we are. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to go ahead and take our Heat and Bond Light, and we are going to put that on our quilt, or our pieced heart. So we are going to need to cut that around there. You actually want this a little bit shorter than the fabric inside. So I'm going to go ahead and trace this, and then I'm going to cut it a little bit shy. So we'll flip this over and get this traced out as well. Looks like that's about the best way. So we're just going to cut that a little bit shy of what the actual heart size is. The good thing about this fusing is you can stash it away at these small pieces like what I'm cutting off here. And you never know when you're going to need a double-sided fusing. So it comes in handy for little projects, especially like with applique. Just to tack something down real quick right before you get it sewed on. Okay, we're good to go on that one. So this one here, you can sew it together like you would sew anything with right sides together and stuff it. You could actually put quilt batting in it. I am just going to fuse the 2 sides together without batting on this one because I'm going to put some lace around it. So I think that's what's going to work best for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ironed on here. We'll let that cool a little bit. Okay, to put the lace on while this is cooling, what I'm going to do is before we sew this together, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine And I'm going to stitch that on like this, all the way around it. Just catching the very edge of this as I sew it along. Maybe we'll fuse them together first and do that. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull that off now. And it exposes the glue. As you can see, it's shiny. We'll go ahead and line those up. Now we can trim up the pieces that don't perfectly line up, so we're not worried about that part. We'll go ahead and iron these together. Okay, so we didn't get that edge, remember? So that edge is open on there. That will give us allowance to get our seam in there. I'm going to go ahead and trim this down a little bit smaller here, probably right to the edge of the lace. Now we're going to go ahead with our pins, and we're going to open this up, and I'm going to start at this point of the heart first and go out from there on both sides. So we'll just open up that little lip we left in there. Oh, must have got some right there. Always pull that apart because we are going to sew that. And we will put that one on there. Then we'll grab this other one and we'll get that started that way. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and get this one sewn at the beginning, and then we'll start the other one. But we're just going to take it to the sewing machine and sew along, and we're going to have to turn this as we go, making sure we tuck in that inner mesh there to attach that lace. So I'm going to go ahead and get this side done, and then I'll get this side started, and I'll do that side, and then I'll bring it back. We are going to put a ribbon on here as well. Grab one of those. So when we're sewing that in, we want to make sure that we have our ribbon in there so we can hang it. So we'll fit that in there. Oh, let's open that up a little bit further so we can put that in a little more. So we'll go ahead and get that put in there as well when we're doing the lace. And then we'll sew the lace on this side of it. So I'll go ahead and get that on there, and then I will meet you back here. Have the lace put on, and as you can see, all I did was, once I got up to there, I cut that back netting off, and I just laid it down, folded the edges under. Same here when I connected them, folded the edges under and just stitched that down. So when you turn it over, you do have some raw edges on the back, so you can go ahead and trim those up. And then we're going to bring it back to the sewing machine, and we're going to go ahead and take a very small zigzag stitch around that outside to make sure it's very firmly adhered to it and it's not going to fall apart. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you back here. So I ended up finding this really cute decorative stitch. That trimmed up a little bit there. So it's not a zigzag. It actually is like a loop. So it was really good to catch the outside of the lace and the fabric at the same time, and you can see it totally holds that down. I'm going to use that stitch more often, I think, but I think it turned out adorable, you guys. I would make a bunch of these, actually. You could make all different shapes of them on your tree. Those of you that don't sew, you could easily do these and just hot glue them if you wanted to. Fold the edges of the fabric over and just hot glue them into place. That would be a cute ornament as well. Now that you got this part done, you could always do, embroidery. That's why I left it flat. You could always do some embroidery for a name if you wanted to use it as a gift tag, or, just embroider snowman or whatever you want and hang it on the tree. I think it's adorable. As always, guys, if you found this video useful, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we'd love to have you here at Sew Granny Sew. Thanks all. Have a good day. Bye.